Hi everybody. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick kind of first impressions review and tutorial on the new Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette. So, I bought this. The main reason I bought this is I was so close to hitting VIB Rouge. How sad is that, right? And a lot of you said you wanted my opinion on this, so I was like, well, I have to deliver and have to do this for you guys. So I figured I'd go ahead and buy it. I just did the eye look. I really haven't swatched it yet. So the only colors I played with are what I have on my eyes right now. And then you could see the rest of them are untouched. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. There is a lot more warmer colors, but then there is also some kind of cool tone taupey colors in here as well. So it's not just strictly warm tone. It's kind of a mixture of colors. And one thing I absolutely adore that they did on this package is they wrote down the names. In the old chocolate bar palette, they didn't have the names. It just came with this plastic insert. So I just taped my plastic insert to the mirror there, and then I also cut out the box, the colors, and put it on the back because I hated not knowing the names and having the names printed on here. As you guys know, this baby is my love, and I love it to death. So I figured I probably would love the semi-sweet as well. So I have the original one. So they slimmed it down, which I love. This is kind of big and bulky, but like I said, I have the original first one. I know they did make this one thinner as well. I just happened to get one of the first ones that are thick, but the shadows are amazing. They perform well and I love them. So the box is super cute. All of Too Faced packaging is just adorable, and the packaging of the palette itself is shaped like a little chocolate bar. I mean, come on, it's adorable. And just like the original chocolate bar palette, it smells like cocoa. It is delicious smelling. There are a total of 16 eyeshadows in here, 7 of them which are matte. So these are the colors. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and I'm going to do live swatches and just swatch them for you. And then that way you can see how they swatch in action. So you can see if this palette is something that you might want to invest in. Alright, so I have no primer or anything on my hand that I'm going to be swatching on. So I'm just going to take some colors. Licorice, coconut cream, nougat, and truffled. These are all mattes, and they seem pretty pigmented. The coconut cream, the beige color, seems a little bit chalky. So here is licorice. Alright, so not the best swatch, huh? Coconut cream. It kind of just blends into my skin. Nougat. It's a pretty color. And truffled. Okay, so I just kind of blended those colors out a little bit so you could see the swatches better. Not overly impressed. Not my favorite, but I don't know, they're not terrible. I'm so biased with the first chocolate bar palette though, because those colors blend like a dream, and that palette can do no wrong in my opinion. Alright, next 4 colors: Hot Fudge, Cocoa Chili, Pink Sugar, and Pudding. The pudding color is gorgeous, like a taupey brown. Hot Fudge, Cocoa Chili, Pink Sugar, and Pudding. So you can see those ones look great. That Pink Sugar is just kind of like a glittery, frosty color. It's not really pigmented, it's just like a sparkly color. That one is Cocoa Chili. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. This is Hot Fudge. Do you like myself arguing? Wait, yes, it is. No, it's not. This one is Cocoa Chili. Not very pigmented. I do have that on the outer portions of my eyes, though, today. And Pink Sugar. I mean, you can hardly see it, but it does just have a little bit of an iridescent pink sparkle to it. And then the Pudding. Alright, next we have blueberry swirl, peanut butter, frosting, and rum raisin. Blueberry swirl, peanut butter, frosting, rum raisin. Blueberry swirl. I'm not overly impressed so far. I hate to say that, but oh well. Then peanut butter, and I have this in my crease today. It's just a beautiful brown, really orange, warm toned. Frosting. And then rum raisin. That rum raisin is gorgeous. So I do really like those colors, especially that rum raisin and frosting and peanut butter. That blue, it's pretty, but it's just a little bit sheer, but it's not terrible. Last four colors, we have mousse, caramel, which is what I have on my eyelids, bonbon, and butter pecan. Mousse, caramel, bonbon, and butter pecan. Mousse, kind of sheer. Caramel, just a beautiful, really like vibrant orangey gold. Bonbon, which is like one of my favorite kind of colors, like a peachy goldy champagne. And then butter pecan is like a shimmery champagne-y yellow gold. I have that on my inner corner. Alright, so from initial swatches, this palette really doesn't wow me. And to be honest, when I first saw it, the colors really didn't speak to me anyways. The palette wasn't something that was jumping out to me like the first chocolate bar palette, which you guys know I love and adore. So I'm going to show you a comparison of the two. So you can see the first one kind of looks a little bit more muted and a lot more soft in colors, where the second, the semi-sweet palette, is a lot more vibrant. And it has a lot of warm tones and then a few cool tones mixed throughout. I like that there's a good mix of matte satins and a few metallics in here. I feel like it's a really good palette. It is a nice standalone palette. You can create a whole look with it, meaning that it has like the matte transition colors, the matte highlight. It has a shimmery highlight as well, black, dark browns. It has some bright colors in here as well. My biggest dud is this pink sugar one, but it is pretty if you just want to add a little bit of sparkle to your eye look. And I actually have it on the center of my eyelids just to give a little bit of a like pop of glitter. If these colors are up your alley, I do suggest it. They do perform a lot better on the eyes and look a lot better than they did on swatches. You know, of course, I do have Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer on, and I feel like they perform very well. I have these on my eyes today, and I'm going to show you how I created the look I'm wearing. So I like it. Am I overly wowed? No, but since I was so in love with the first palette, I feel like this poor semi-sweet palette really didn't stand a chance. I will be playing around with this more, and I will be doing some tutorials and looks for you guys, so if you have any requests of any specific colors in this palette that you want to see a look with, just let me know. And then I, of course, will touch back with you guys in one of my Friday favorites or monthly favorites and let you know how I'm feeling about this palette. Overall, I like it. Am I in love? Not really. I do really love the eye look I created today. But I think this might be something that I need to play around with more before I can fully say it is the best palette of life. So now let's move into the tutorial and get going on the eye look I have. Alright, so I haven't even taken it out. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. So this is what the palette looks like, but due to editing magic, I've already shown you this, and I've already shown you swatches, haven't I? Probably have. So this is the beautiful palette, and I love that the names are on it. So I just want to kind of do a first impression and see how it applies. And I have no idea what kind of look I'm going to do. We're having my in-laws Christmas today, so Probably nothing too crazy looking. So the color that stands out to me is that peanut butter. I want to use that. So I think that's what I'm going to use as my transition color. And I'm going to use a It Cosmetics Airbrush number 105 blending brush. So I'm going to take that peanut butter color, that name, and just blend it into my crease. It's a really pretty orangey brown. Like creme brulee in the first palette, but a lot more orange toned. I really like it. Vodka. No, I'm kidding, it's water. Alright, so now that I have that applied to both eyes, I'm going to try, I'm going to take the color called Caramel, which is just like a really warm, orangey kind of gold color. There's a little munchkin behind me. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. It's at this point, everything always looks a little crazy, but once I add like an outer corner and liner, it's going to come together, I feel. I just feel it. Okay, I think I'm going to take the color Cocoa Chili, which is just kind of a dark brown that has like a little bit of gold sparkle to it, and I'm also going to use that same blending brush that I used to apply the peanut butter color. So Cocoa Chili. Have you guys ever had cocoa chili? That sounds kind of interesting. And I'm going to apply this on the outer V area and blend it into the transition and blend it over onto the lid, kind of like that. Now I'm going to take the color Butter Pecan, which is just like this big shimmery kind of peachy gold color. I'm going to use that little brush that I used to apply the caramel color. And I'm going to apply that in the inner corner just to kind of brighten up the eye a little bit. It's just a very pale, warm gold color. I'm going to take just a little bit of the pink sugar, which isn't pigmented like at all. It just has like glitter, can you see? There we go. It just kind of has like a glitter. I'm just going to kind of tap that right in the middle of the eye. Oh, I don't know. I just felt like doing it. Just add a little bit of like pink sparkle glitter. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and highlight with the Coconut Cream, which is this matte beigey color at the top of the palette. I'm going to line my lower waterline. This is Milani Liquify in brown. So I'm going to smudge the peanut butter color on my lower lash line with a Sigma E15 flat definer brush. Alright, after that I'm going to take some of the Cocoa Chili and smudge that underneath the lash line as well on the outer portion of my eye. Alright, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of the Butter Pecan, which is this big like shimmery peachy gold color, and just put a little bit underneath the eye and the inner corner. Alright, so that's the finished eye look with some eyeliner and mascara, and you can see it kind of pulls it all together. It's the same quality as any of Too Faced's shadows. They're always pretty awesome. I felt like everything performed the way I would like it to, so I'm happy with the eye look. Alright, so that was my first impression review / tutorial of the new Semi-Sweet chocolate bar from Too Faced. I like it, not sure if I'm in love yet, but I do think it performs very nicely on the eyes. It works a lot better on the eyes than it did on swatches. So just keep that in mind, that it looks better on the eyeballs than swatched on my hand. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have this palette, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Which palette do you like more? I still love the original chocolate bar palette to death. You guys know this. This is like my most used palette of life. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Heart you guys all. Bye everybody.
Bye buddy. Hi.
Hi.
What's that?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I love you.
Hi.
You said hi. You're pretty cute.
Hi.
Okay.
Where are we?
Okay, say hi everybody.
Hi buddy.
Say have a good day.
Where are they?
Merry Christmas.
Where kisses?
Mwah.
Mm.
Mwah. Thank you.
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing good. Bye.
Say have Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.